Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Laura, Black and White Heart, Tarot, and Adventure. Hope you guys are doing good. I just decided to pop in real quick. I was gonna go out, but it's so hot, muggy. Oh my gosh, it's so Florida today. I got allergies like you wouldn't believe. I feel, I don't know, just feel greasy even inside the house. So if you haven't been to Florida, that's how it is in the summertime, at least for me. I hope you guys are doing good. I had a minute when the roommate wasn't home, so hopefully you can hear me a little better today. Until I hear the door crack and commotion start, I can speak on normal level today, okay? Um, Nothing in particular going on. It's Sunday, back to work tomorrow. Yesterday, what did I do? Oh, yesterday I went looking around at cars. Didn't see anything. Well, I saw a couple things, but hold on, let me fix this. I saw a couple things, but everything's through the roof right now, as everybody knows, even used cars. I'm really tempted to just get a new car at this point. I mean, if I'm going to be paying for it, I might as well get it new and run that mofo in the ground. I do it. I am not about like, okay, if I win the lottery, no, let me rephrase that. When I win the lottery, which I'm going to, I've been saying this for years, I'll get a nice car, but um, you know, still within moderation because I just don't believe in blowing money on fancy pants things. I don't think that does anything for me personally. I feel good just being able to move around and travel and stuff like that. I would like a good quality car, but it doesn't have to be a Ferrari, the page that I'm on. Okay, so anyway, I did that and then I went and checked out, which I have not stepped foot in a mall in so long. I did one time recently and I had to get out of there within 15 minutes. Like the whole environment was so loud and just wild. But I was in a different area yesterday and there was one that I've never been to before and I really needed some shoes. I'm the person that doesn't shop for like a solid year and then I get everything at once so I don't have to go for another solid year. Seriously. So yesterday I was like, okay, this is getting desperate. I really don't have any shoes to go out anywhere except go to work in, which is athletic shoes. So I'm like, all right, let me get back to reality and actually try to look like a real uh, girl instead of jeans, t-shirts, and athletic shoes, which is what I work in. Anyways, so I went to a different mall. It was much more pleasant. They had the main store. I usually just go into the two department stores and get out. I don't go through the mall. All right, so it was great. Started raining, so it was a good place to spend a little bit of time. I did find a couple pairs of shoes. That was exciting, very exciting. To be honest with you, I didn't expect to, but I did, so that was good. And I took myself out to lunch. Had a gorgeous big fat cheeseburger and fries and a steakhouse, and it was delicious. So good day overall. Today it's summertime in Florida, so it's really rainy right now. So pretty much every day you can count on rain, either in the morning or the afternoon. Usually the afternoon. About the time you get somewhere, it's going to pour down rain. You just have to prepare for it. And we have a lot of lightning, so I don't particularly like being out in that. If it was just rain, that'd be one thing, but lightning, just it's a growing up in Florida, I take it very seriously, and people get killed by it every year, and I don't want to be one of them. Okay, so I don't like being out in it. So I might go out a little bit later. I want to go get some healthy stuff to eat. But like after the rain, so like evening time. All right. So if I decided, hey, I got a minute, why not check in, right? I don't have any. any really particular subjects. Let me think. Usually it's stuff on gross dating stuff. I got asked by an old man to go to San Diego or anywhere I wanted to go yesterday. That was hella creepy, but this stuff, hey, go to a mall, and even mature women like myself get a trip apparently. Oh my god, I can't with these people. I just really can't. Florida water for cleaning the space. Oh my. Anyway, I'm going to travel all right, but it's going to be on my own. It is definitely not going to be with some old raggedy man. Okay. Maybe a wonderful one, hopefully, but not a random. The heck do I look like? Yeah, okay. You really think you're going to get me to go on a trip with you? You're funky behind. I guess there's a lot of girls out there that would. Well, it seems like a lot of times I'm actually discussing male behavior that annoys me, and I love you guys. Thank you for watching. The ones that are trying to elevate, praise. Okay, so I'm trying to elevate too. Maybe, since I just brought that up, I'm sorry, but maybe we'll put ladies in the hot seat today. Okay. For instance, those of you who would just take a trip from a random old guy for a little whatever you have to do for him. I don't know if I mentioned last time I went out to a place and sat and had a drink by the river, and I saw like a young girl in there. I don't know, did I talk about this? Well, it goes along with the subject, so I'm going to tell the story. It looked like to be anywhere between 22 to 24, definitely not older than that. Came in, fluffy dog, pink leash, pink outfit, pink little skirt, nails done, toes done, the whole 9 yards, just very pristine. Right. Sat next to me, worked at the bar that I was at, because she told me so. I'm not making this up, and I'm not jumping to conclusions. I was minding my own business. Comes in to her workplace, off work, not to hang out with her coworkers, but to get a seat next to me, right next to me, put her little fluffy dog on the stool, order herself an iced tea, no alcohol or anything, and within 1 hour of being there, left with an old guy. I could say so many things about that. Now, do I know what they did when they left? No, I don't. But I overheard the conversation, a lot of the conversation, just because I was paying attention. Well, I could not pay attention. They were right next to me. Okay, that's called a hustler, right? That's called a hustler in a pink fluffy outfit. All right, so be careful out there, guys. What looks fluffy is hustling. And she wasn't a prostitute. Well, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. But what I know is she came there specifically to hook up for whatever she wanted that day and did it within an hour. With some older, let me not call him old, but old in comparison to her, 55 to 65-year-old, and not a good looking one either. Willing apparently to do whatever it takes to be around Fluffy, right? Gross. entire scenario, gross. These older guys trying to go out with these little girls, gross. What, I mean, you look like an idiot. They are completely and totally using you for your money. I don't care what anybody says. I do not care what anybody says. I saw it with my own eyes. So, yeah, I don't remember if I talked about that, but between the old guy yesterday and that, I don't want, you know what? Mm-mm. And then I watched a video about dating apps, which I would personally never go on one and never have thought about it. I think it's the thirstiest crap I've ever seen in my life. And I know a lot of you are on them. And I know supposedly that's 2025. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you all my opinion, and you can get as mad as you want. That's thirst. That's a thirst trap. The day I'm to the point where I need to go on a dating app, I'm just not dating anymore. Plain and simple. I am not trying to go on some place where people are just on there to hook up, which is exactly what they are. And if those of you are really looking for love on a dating app, I wish you all the luck in the world. And I'm sorry that you feel lonely to that point. And that I'm not being like funny about. I genuinely do hope you find love if that is your goal. Just be careful, okay? Because those two, I'm guarantee you that either one of them could be on a dating app, and those are the kinds of things they're doing. Hooking up in 1 hour at the bar. So be careful. Use protection. And good luck with that, but you won't find me on one. If a man can't walk up to me in real life and say hello and talk to me like a regular human being, you aren't getting a chance with me. Okay? Just my opinion. Just my opinion, guys and gals. But we're gonna see what my guides have to say about the subject of, well, young girls hooking up for money, number one. And they couldn't be doing it if these old fellas, gross, weren't paying for it. I guess it's going to be a message about both. Wow, I didn't even notice why I was sitting down today. Okay. Good luck out there, guys and girls. Yikes. No, thank you. Alice in Wonderland oracles, my tarot, my new tarot. I always keep forgetting what it's called. I don't know, whatever. I'm learning about them. It's the book I'm reading, and we'll do a crystal. Hopefully have time to do all this before. Okay. 2 came out. Should I do 2? I'm not going to have enough time for all that. I know I'm supposed to. No. I always do that. I'm not going to go against my guides. We got 2 crystals. I'm going to check my volume in a minute because I'm using this microphone, and sometimes the Bluetooth, I'll do a whole video and then there won't be any sound. I know I need a microphone. I need a lot of things, but the point of the story is I have enough right now to function and get you out messages. That's all that counts right now. Everything else will come. We have black tourmaline, 1 crystal. I'll put them here for now. And we have clear quartz. Oh, those are both good. I think one is clearing and one is protection. Or they might both be. They might be the same. Just different crystals. We have Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Four of Cups, and Queen of Swords. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, which can be Knight of Wands. So Page is the young ones. Knight is like the 20s of the deck. So that can still be fire, action, a go-getter, possibly just wanting a hookup. We'll read for sure. Seven of Pentacles. I know Pentacles is associated with money, but I can't exactly remember what the seven is. Okay, so we're going to look into that. All right. Maybe that's how people are trying to get money from randoms. Four of Cups. Four of Cups is, I think that's when you've been through stuff and you're kind of sort of moody over the three cups that have been spilt in the past, but but you do have another one in front of you. You just need to get through your hurt and your heartaches of the past and take a look at the cup that's being offered to you now. I'm learning. And the Queen of Swords is a confident woman who will give you a chance, who maybe also has been through things, I believe, if I'm correct, but she has her sword out. So if you mess around, she'll let you have it. Okay. Pull that together in a minute. The Alice in Wonderland is growing and growing. And the White Queen. I like these, they're pretty. Okay, let's see. Let me check my volume real quick. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so let's get our message real quick. Let's look at Seven of Pentacles. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Mine are always interesting. Always interesting out there in this world. Oh, sometimes a little too interesting for me. It's wild being out there, you know. Anyway, Seven of Pentacles is a woman stands and takes a moment to assess her healthy crop before harvesting. She looks ahead to the future. Seven Pentacles represent the financial gains she can now expect to receive from all her hard work and efforts, planting and nurturing her crop to this moment of fruition. The Seven of Pentacles shows that hard work and patience will be rewarded, and that working methodically towards accomplishment will bring success. You should receive good news concerning your financial position at this time, and all forms of financial applications or sale negotiations are well aspected. Although this is a good card, it is important to still plan for the future. Once the harvest has been collected, it must be replenished for the next time. So I'm going to say that, ladies, stop being lazy, okay, and stop doing gross and desperate things, and I would say lazy things, for finances. Work hard and do it on your own. This is how you're going to grow. This is how you're going to achieve being able to stand on your own. If you have a partner that comes in and loves you and cherishes you and wants to be the head of the household and wants to take care of you, that is another thing altogether. Okay. But just sitting at a bar for an hour to get some old guy to get your nails done or something like that, that's gross and that's lazy. That's what that is. All right, Knight of Wands. I've been out there. I've used my looks in the past. Not to that level. Never do that. I was raised better than that. But I've worked in some places where, let's just say men pay, at least tips wise, to look at young, cute women. Okay. You live and you learn. I've been on both sides of the fence, but I never left or tried to hook up with anybody of any of those places for any kind of money. Okay, that is a no-go for me. I have way too high of standards for myself, my soul, and my self-respect. No. Did I use my assets? Yes. And to be quite honest, I'm just going to keep it real. The way this 3D reality is, unfortunately, looks are going to sometimes get you things that other people don't get. Even if it's that they just want a nicer looking person representing their business. Okay, and I'm not talking about male establishments. I'm talking about any job. Okay. That is unfortunate because it should not be based upon looks. It should be based upon your performance and your brains and your skills. So it isn't that for myself that I went out looking for that kind of thing. It's just I was I'm not saying I'm the best looking person in the world. Everybody has different tastes. I'm just saying I had enough of those qualities to use it to my benefit at the time. Okay. Again, never for some kind of cash exchange like that. No way. I could have. Definitely could have. But my dad raised me better than that. King of Wands. The king in this, oh wait, you know what? It's not the King of Wands, it's the Knight of Wands. Oh, okay. So like I thought, the Knight of Wands represents energy, enthusiasm, and a fiery, adventurous spirit. He embodies action, spontaneity, and a desire for new experiences. This card often signifies a period of bold pursuits, taking initiative, and charging ahead with passion and determination. However, his energy can also be impulsive and reckless, so it's important to balance his enthusiasm with careful consideration. Okay, so that is pretty much, that is either, that's usually a guy who's going to come in and charge in fast, which in if it's a situation we were talking about ladies, we need to work harder to do things on our own. We need not to sit there and sit at the bar for 30 minutes and get some guy who's going to come charging in with his fiery wand, probably in more ways than one, and try to give us what we want, because they're probably going to be just as quick to get on that horse and take off afterwards. Okay, you may not care because that might be all you're there for, but let's not do that. Okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Yeah. Okay, Four of Cups. that's looking at again, like I said, that's sitting there like thinking about old hurts and stuff and not looking at what's in front of you right now. Okay, so Four of Cups is Three cups stand upright in the foreground while a fourth is magically offered from the clouds. Okay. to the young man who appears bored and unaffected by such an amazing event. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. 3 cups already in the past, and there's this fourth one being offered to you, but you're not paying attention. He sits amidst a vibrant landscape, yet he seems lost within his own thoughts. A mood of nonchalance surrounds the Four of Cups, an air of indifference. It can represent a feeling of boredom or inward discontent, even though nothing appears to actually be wrong. You need to be watchful that due to this mood, you don't inadvertently miss new invitations or opportunities, the kind of thing you'd kick yourself for later. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. So, all right, ladies, we are being lazy, we are being bored. We might have been hurt in the past. You know, we might have family traumas. There's a lot of things that make women do the sort of thing like just go sit in a bar to get some money. But if you would open your eyes and see that you have all the opportunities in this world available to you if you just work hard and do things on your own and heal those things that are hurting you to make you do things like work in strip. Yes, I'm going to say it, work in strip clubs. Like all the strippers are going to probably come out and mob me, but I've been in one of those places before too, and there's a lot of damaged people in there. Let's just keep it real, real, real. I know everybody has to do what they got to do to get by. I personally never chose to take that route, but if you do, my advice is think about what you're doing because I feel like there's other ways of getting by where you can value yourself a bit more. Okay, I get it. You might need to get by at the moment. I just hope you. It's another gross place. Okay, I don't glorify it. I know a lot of the world right now is like, oh, strip clubs, strip. You know what? It's not. It's gross. It's dirty. Um, in my experiences, you can't even leave your stuff around for 5 seconds without it getting stolen. Um, a lot of people are working there when they have stupid, drugged out boyfriends or something at home, laying on the couch, taking their money. There's a lot of darkness to it. There's a lot of darkness to it. Okay. I don't glorify it. I'm not going to. Hey, do what you got to do. Again, just my opinion. I've seen a lot of things. So I'm able to have that opinion. I'm not just throwing it out there because I'm a hater or anything like that. Been there. Didn't do that. Okay. Anyway. Queen of Swords. Not cool. There's nothing cool about it. Dirty, seedy place. Dirty, seedy place, in my opinion. And I believe I'm going to put this out there. I believe while I was at working at a place like that as a waitress, that I think somebody even drugged my drink. Luckily, I made it home. So, yeah, I've had a lot of experiences. And you know what? That's what got me here right now, to this day. Growing, healing, still strong, still confident, and wise, and mind intact, body intact, spirit and soul intact, but very wise. The Queen of Swords in Tarot represents a powerful energy of independence, clear-headedness, this is what I just talked about, and direct communication. She embodies a sharp intellect, honesty, and the ability to see through deception. She encourages taking responsibility, being authentic, and making decisions based on reason and truth. In some interpretations, she also represents a more challenging energy of potential bitterness, manipulation, or emotional detachment. Yeah, that's what the Queen of Swords is. And they've experienced a lot of things. So if you want to take it there, they'll take it there. It will take it there. So, okay. You know, ladies, don't be lazy. So some fiery Knight of Wands rushes in and gets what they want from you for an exchange of any sort. Take a look at what opportunities are in front of your face because there are a zillion and one of them. Okay, you just have to work hard. You have to heal. and you have to have self-respect. You have to be a go-getter. You may not be rich, but I guarantee you, you can get yourself to a point where you're at least comfortable and you don't have to depend on some Knight of Wands to do anything for you. And you're going to be a lot better off, okay? Be that Queen of Swords, okay? You might be bitter from things in the past for a little while. You know, if you've been hurt and abused or anything else, which a lot of people in these situations have been, heal. Take the time to heal. Do what you can. I mean, do what you can. Start detaching from that kind of stuff. And that way, when these Knight of Wands come up to you, you can take out your sword of decisiveness and tell them to get lost. Okay, wow. Yes, that really happened. That was good. All right, let's see what the Alice in Wonderland says. I'm going to have to cut this down. Okay, growing and growing. In the story, Alice had followed the White Rabbit into his house. As she snooped around in his bedroom, she noticed a little bottle near the mirror. Knowing that something extraordinary happened every time she ate or drank anything in this world, she swallowed the potion and instantly became gigantic. Of course, this made her feel very cramped in the tiny rabbit house. Meaning, you are experiencing some radical change that is transforming you from top to bottom. This is not a bad thing, per se, for life is all about impermanence and evolution. The tricky part is that your environment may not change at the same speed, leading you to feel like someone whose shoes are too small for their feet. Strive to create the optimal conditions for your expansion. Make it a priority because right now, your well-being comes first. Key question, do you have enough space to grow and blossom? I mean, I'm dealing with that right now. I want more space to grow and blossom. So what do? What do? We work hard, right? We make plans. We stay focused. Okay, we don't just sit around and try to get somebody to do something for us for money. Again, I am not going to feel one bit bad about having a partner and a grown adult man, because I date men, that wants to help me out with anything out of love in a true relationship, a monogamous true relationship. Okay, it's not what we're talking about. We're talking about hooking up at a bar for some cash. Totally two different things. Right. So, yeah. Anyway, the White Queen. Hey, again, these are all just my opinions. Don't get mad at me. If you want to live a different lifestyle, that is completely up to you, and you probably won't be watching my channel. So, knock yourself out. Okay. Been there, done that. Didn't feel it was very positive. The White Queen. In the story, she was the representation of the White Queen piece in chess. When they met, she explained to Alice how things worked in the Looking Glass land, exploring things such as the reversal of time, which allowed you to remember and react to events before they have occurred. And even more interesting, the importance of having faith in the impossible. To substantiate her point, she confided that in her youth she could believe 6 impossible things before breakfast and urged the girl to practice the same skill. Girls, got the cup of anything in front of you. Meaning the card is all about faith. Faith in your future as you have already lived it and know it is going to be great, but also faith in the impossible becoming possible, which implies that you must not get discouraged. Whatever the obstacles, believe that your dreams can come true, even though they seem unrealistic at first glance. Then act accordingly, never doubting that you can do it. Key question, if you had full faith that everything was going to be fine despite current conditions, how would you act from now on? Oh my gosh, thank you. See what I'm saying? You can do it. Dream and work hard. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Love you, crew. Thank you, Most High God, and thank you, Mother Earth. Okay, hold on once I found it. All right. You might be able to see this. Black tourmaline. Some say if you can't see it, it doesn't exist, but you can hear the radio, can't you? Radio frequencies are transmitted in waves invisible to the eye. A lot of information comes to us by routes that are unseen. Worlds of knowledge come across your screen, transmitted on invisible silent waves. It's magical and in its own way noisy, if you're sensitive to that sort of thing. Black tourmaline's first gift is transmutation, the ability to take all the energetic excess and turn it into something else. What, you may wonder, and that's for you to decide. Black tourmaline is both a teacher and a tool. How will you use it? How will you change one form of energy into another? Okay, let's see. Kind of shorten this up. Black tourmaline is both pyroelectric, which means it can hold an electrical field, and I can't read that other word. Anyway, it creates an electrical charge when under pressure. Pierre was the husband of famous scientist Marie Curie. It also carries a faint electrical charge, so black tourmaline works with the stuff we call energy. Our ancient ancestors sensed this. Black tourmaline was traditionally used to repel unwanted forces and protect against psychic attacks. Okay. Metaphorically attracting negative energy and neutralizing it. So if you are or have to be in any weird places of work right now, unfortunately, if you need to make money that way until you can get out, maybe carry some black tourmaline, okay, and transmute that negative energy that you're absorbing in those establishments, all right, and protect yourself. Yeah, just neutralize it. Okay, so that's black tourmaline. All right, okay. I sure hope all this is getting recorded. Clear quartz. In ancient Asia, people would put clear quartz outside a temple to collect the energy of the monks' prayers. Clear quartz is a basket, a womb, and potential to become. The ancient healers knew this. Some say they used clear quartz as wands, allowing it to amplify and direct the energy they generated within themselves. What if clear quartz asks, you didn't need a bunch of sacred tools? What if you only needed to learn how to grow an intention, direct it with your will, and amplify its effects? Yeah, let's make our dreams. Let's focus. Let's direct that energy into the goals that we want to establish a foundation for ourselves, so that whoever we attract into our lives is healthy and has also their own stable foundation. When you come together out of need, necessity, and trauma bonding and codependency, it is not going to go well, because you're only together because you need something from each other. Okay. All right. So clear quartz is good for intention and direction of energy, apparently. What in your life needs a reset? Maybe it's a physical space like your desk or altar. Maybe it's a belief or conviction. If you could return one aspect of your life to factory settings, what would it be? For me, it was experiencing those places and realizing what I don't want in my life. Okay, that was clearing my altar. But it took a long time, and it took many, many, many years of working on myself. Okay, so when I say all these things on here, please don't think that I'm condemning you in any way or think you're horrible people. I just think that you might be a little broken and you need to refocus in ways of building your own foundation for yourself. Clear quartz can neutralize overload. If incoming energy from other people is overwhelming, you can use a clear quartz to help. So yeah, that's what I thought. They're similar. Okay, they're similar. Helps to just helps with energy, with protecting you from like negative energy sources and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, that was good. Let's just see. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if Spirit wants to give us a word. Okay. So we have a lot of different little letters out here, but I took the word sunny and love. Okay. So maybe get outdoors, even if it's a little hot. I'm speaking to myself, and absorb some of Mother Nature's sunny love. Okay. On your cloudiest, darkest days, when you're not feeling that great, go get some sunny love from Mother Earth. Okay. I highly recommend it. Maybe I'll even just go out for a little while and, even though my allergies are insane, I'm like the darkest circle. I I struggle so bad with my eyes. They're so sensitive, and when there's rain and pollen and stuff, my eyes are just a mess. No amount of concealer or anything else could help. They've always been like that, and I've always had allergies. Maybe something about being intuitive and like heat, you know, sensitive in general to messages and stuff, and just like the earth and weather. I mean, I could tell you if you locked me in a room, I could tell you if it was raining outside because I'm going to get a headache, I'm going to get a neck ache, I'm going to get sinus issues, pressure. I'm sensitive in general. Okay, I don't take allergy medicine because I personally, I just think it's my nature. I'm a sensitive person. I'm sensitive with my skin, with just like everything in general. And that's probably why I'm able to do this and channel messages. So, something I have to deal with. I wish I could be flawless sometimes, but no, I'm not. No, it is what it is. All right, guys. So, you know, have a good weekend. The message that came through today, men and women, let's do better. Let's not treat each other as transactions. Let's actually care about each other and do better for ourselves and the world and the new population of kids coming up. Let's actually show them how to care about each other and care about ourselves. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Anything else? Wow. Hopefully you heard me and hopefully all this recorded. Okay. Have a great weekend and don't get mad at the messenger. First of all, number one is just my opinion. Everyone's got one. I bring up a message, I channel, the cards come out. A lot of times it backs up the thought process, but I don't predict that. I only talk about the subject and what I see in this world. Okay. Um, so just things to think about. All right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to trigger anyone. I am not perfect. Hey, I put it out there. I've experienced all these things. So words of wisdom. Okay. My wisdom. And my guide's wisdom. All right. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you later. Love you.